I know I know y'all watching on my Facebook page, but this is something new that we are doing because I love music, art, poetry. I love all that good stuff. So, for Salvation After HIV, we are doing our talent night. I know some of y'all are used to us doing it at Trinity East some years ago. But we got a new little beginning. And so tonight is about entertainment, it's about encouragement, it's about activating your gifts. If you got a gift, you sitting on it, it's time for you to, stop tripping, get on up, and get it done. I got some singers in here that ain't singing. I ain't gonna go there. So we got special guests. Inael, did I say it right? Boom. He's gonna be doing our poetry tonight, and oh, I'm so excited. So if you are at home, I need to hear a lot of this. Well, I can't hear you, but you need to be doing a lot of this. We're also on YouTube. Y'all know y'all got those streaming TVs, so you could put it on the big screen at home. So go to YouTube, the My Gospel Soul Network, and you can check it out there, okay? Share it, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. So I'm going to get out the way. I'm going to let him come and introduce himself while I get him set up, and then he going to do his thing. Do his thing. All right. Woo! Woo!
Hey, y'all doing? I'm Inael, and I'm gonna do a couple pieces for y'all. This first one let's call it Church.
broke, but still I'm breathing. I've been struck by lightning twice. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, cause I'm maneuvering through this life like I'm a judgeable by demons. It ain't easy, please believe me, but I trust in Yahweh. See me with my hands stretched out whenever I fall until I'm drowning in the water. I started out like Peter Simon. I'm actually in with the blade. Hopkins, they sharp. I'm in the garden. We're in the garden. Let's call it church.
Let's call it church. Can we say church? Yes, let's call it church.
All right.
On the newest project, so if y'all want to check it out on iTunes or any streaming formats, go ahead and check it out, and we're going to get into this next one, the prodigal son.
It's a good one for real.
Yeah. So I stare inside my empty glass. I reflect. It's not empty. It's actually half full. Drinking water from out a wine glass. Don't address me, it's nothing less than your highness. Time passed by so fast, my life feels like a time lapse. I reflect on this life and find that money and women keeps the whole world spinning since the beginning. As I enter royal with ever into the system, been a victim of the exposure to parts of women that's usually hidden early on. I was a witness. This is something that should probably stay hidden. Of course I did it. Now it's something I should probably. When I forget it, I could sweat it. This the first of many life lessons that I wouldn't question. You know, no one will get it. As I enter like as a freshman, another lesson. Some girls will test it. It don't matter if they're invested. She surely tested. Next to her, man, who would have guessed it? That is a question. Was that moment just an exception? At the time, I didn't question, cause I loved the attention she was giving. That moment might have altered the way I looked at commitment. I just know this single life is hitting, and the relationship can't be predicted. I know that's kind of twisted, but that's just the way I lived it. And I entered in this world where I no longer felt restricted. My boss is way of living out the window. Let's get busy. That's when rejection hit me, and I turned into a menace. Now I'm about to enter mine of women. What's your digits? That might have been my fall into this awful way of living. And now I have my interest in this girl and her friend. She's a lady of a man, but I wasn't trying to hear it. Now the cycle continues. Started making selections from the menu. No escaping the emptiness I was feeling. Getting broke down my spirit. Tied to the sober wicked. Now I'm listening, reflecting. I finally made a connection. Hey. You see, we have no way of predicting how much things from our past affect the present conditions we're living in, or even how much the present will impact our future. But I believe my story was pre-written, and looking back, it brought me exactly where I needed to be. Drinking water from out a wine glass. Don't address me, it's nothing less than your highness. If money is the motive, I motivate you to digress. I share that wearing my white hat. One thing I learned is time fast. The trace goes on until you find that your life has come to an end. I mean, I pray that rewind back to times where I prayed a dollar would bring back. There's no gas, electric, and water. I mean, it's cold, man. The weight of the world placed on their shoulders. A single mother and a child without a father might go and notice till you're a little bit older and the shoulders get broken by the boulder. You wasn't meant to hold up. Hold up as I hectic this roller coaster. Stop posting and change up the motor to get the doper. Your voice was dope, but I chose another. Lift your hands up and now I'm seeing green. No envy, I'm talking $4. My values decreasing, but I can see it. There's a dollar at the bottom of bottles. I started drinking, trying to reach it. The meaning of life, I started seeking. Make my exit from the world I was new, cause it was needed. I needed connection to something deeper. Started reaching for the Father in heaven to come release me. I guess it was a part of the plan. Connect the pieces. My return was like the prodigal son, cause now I'm seeing. I reflect on the life I live. Then I read about the prodigal son. And I began to think and wonder, what if the prodigal son was prevented from leaving home? What if he never lived the life that he lived? He never would have felt what it was like to return home. He might have died lost. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. My name is Inael. Thank y'all for having me out here, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace and love.
And hopefully we can get him back. we're just getting started. And I'm gonna do a song. Do something. Let me do something. While I do something, you come talk a little bit about how you enjoy salvation. Now, I'll do. You're gonna talk a little bit about salvation after HIV while I get ready to do something while we waiting on my daughter.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Salvation after HIV has been a lifesaver for me. I was diagnosed in 1998, so I've been positive for 24 years. I did not tell a soul at first. I decided that I was going to keep it to myself, and because I didn't want my mother to know. My mother has since passed away, and to my knowledge, she didn't know. About 5 years ago, I told my children, and they were very supportive, very loving, and it was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. So then I decided, okay, let me do something, because I've always had a vision that I would be speaking about HIV in front of a large group of people. And I didn't know how the Lord was going to do it, but He's slowly manifesting that in my life. And I have known Queenie for at least 10 years. And I would see her at the doctor's office, and I would just look at her and act like I didn't know her. Because, I mean, we were there for the same thing. She was public, and I wasn't. But I could always text her and say, I'm not having a good day. I need you to pray for me. And she would shoot me a prayer. I would call her and say, the divorce has been hard. And I haven't talked to her in years. And we weren't texting every day. Just when it hit me, I would call and say, okay, the divorce has hit me hard. I don't know about this dating thing. Shoot me a prayer. And she would do that. Never called me out about not saying anything to her. And then we connected one day. And by that time, my family knew. So I was like, you know what? She has been a friend all these years in my silence. So she is definitely a friend now that I'm liberated. And I just thank God for her. I thank God for salvation after HIV. I never liked support groups. I've gone to a couple of them. They were very depressing. I had a whole life going on. And when I go to the support groups, it would be, oh, woe is me. And I just didn't feel that. I had a husband, I had kids, I had a job, I had a life going on. This support group is so much different. It is just a blessing to my soul. And we are truly blessed to be a blessing to other people. So that's what we're walking out now. We're walking out being a blessing to other people. To be positive for 24 years is a miracle. And I've only been on medication for 6 years. So it's every day that I wake up, it's a miracle. And I think it is an injustice not to share that with others. So hopefully my testimony will help others that are dealing with the same situation. You have family here with Salvation After HIV. We're going to post the numbers so you can reach out to us, and it's all about that. Thanks.
Right now. Okay.
Do an introduction.
I think you already did. I just hope that my music works with me like it's supposed to. Hopefully it'll work with me. This song. Oh, there we are. I've been through so much in my life, tried everything, but nothing turned out right. Then the master, he took my hand, yes. Now it's leading me to the promised land. Oh, yeah, Jesus loved me. Oh, yes, my Jesus, He loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so. Tells me so. Tells me so. Tells me so. Tells me so.
to save my soul. He loves me, from beginning to the end. I experienced his love. Now I found a true friend. He loves me. Just read the writing on the wall. His love gets me up every time I fall. He loves me. 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 He loves me.
Jesus loves me. This I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus love me. Yes, Jesus love me. Yes, Jesus love me. For the Bible tells me so.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ain't God good? Yes, He is. I wrote that song to prove to people that no matter what the diagnosis is, He loves you. Come on. He loves you. There's life after any diagnosis. Cancer, whatever it is. You gotta keep living. You gotta keep living. I'll do one more and I'm gonna get out the way. Hopefully our other guests gets here. How about that? Let's we could do father since I can't find out.
Nothing to lose it.
All right. The name of this song is called Father. And you gotta rock with it a little bit. It's okay, you can move a little bit. God be good to you. Come on. Yeah.
Then he told me I was there, said my destiny was here. Found myself all alone, wondering what went wrong. Lord, I put my trust in you. You're the one to get me through. Please tell me what to do. I'm crying out to you. Oh, Father. He's the one who healed my heart after man broke it apart. Betrayed by deceit and lies, forgiveness has me on the rise. Jesus is my sword and shield. All my sins He paid the bill. Yes, I know that He is real. That's why I call His name. I call Him from the peaceful shore. Was so used to pain, seeking to rise no more. Then the Savior of the sea heard my despairing cry. From the waters lifted me, now saved am I. Oh, Father, the Lord is my shepherd. restoring my soul, my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness. For his name's sake. Oh, Father, Father, Father. Oh, Father, 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 lift me up.
How about that? How about that? Yes. I'm gonna let y'all get that one right there. How about that? Listen. He brought you through many storms. I always tell people, serve God the way you know how. I always tell people, hey, you can't serve him like I serve him. Come on. I'm a unique person. I do all kinds of stuff. So you got to find out how you supposed to serve and be true to who you are. Don't let nobody change you. I know you go to church, they want to put you in church suit and stockings and pantyhose. But if that ain't you, that ain't you. Come on. All right, so I enjoy sharing my testimony with people because it's important for us to learn how to love unconditionally, for real. If God wanted us all to walk alone, he would have put us all here together, right? So let's talk about it. In 2005, I was diagnosed positive with HIV. And it wasn't easy when I first heard it. It wasn't easy. Matter of fact, I was preaching a crusade in South Park. Y'all know y'all. South Park, Texas. And some insurance salesmen came by and they said, well, don't you need insurance? I said, don't you need Jesus? And I said, if you come back tomorrow night for the final night of the crusade, I'll need insurance. So they swab my mouth, and all that while I talked to them about the Lord. And they never contacted me again afterwards. I was wondering what was going on, and I received a letter in the mail. It said, due to confidential lab reports, we cannot insure you. Now, that's when the days slowed down. Come on. The hours slowed down because they said I had to go to the CDC to get my results. Now, come on, I already knew I had been tested for HIV. So, I waited for my appointment. And I'm telling you, I was in a state of depression where it just seemed like life was just passing by, waiting on the results. I was still walking the kids to school. Come on. I was still doing my thing. But it was like I was just existing till I got them results. I already knew. But it's different. Until you hear it, it don't become real. So, I went to the CDC at the time. I was married and he was in jail and all kinds of stuff was happening in my life. I was living with my mom. By the time the CDC called, I had an apartment. Everything was looking good. Everything was looking up. I had forgot. And that call came. We need to see you. It's urgent. Make sure that you're here. Show up. And I remember the room like it was yesterday. I walked in the room. There was nothing on the walls. The chairs were iron. This CDC. Nothing on the desk. And the lady came in. She said, sit right here. She, put the, sat down and she got the, I'm like, lady, come on, lady, say what come on. She taking the time. So what your name is, okay, yeah, that's me. And when she said, you took a test, you took a mouth swab, it looks like here, and you are HIV positive. When she said it, I'm telling you, it did something to me. Because when you hear that people have it, it's different. It's different. You can support them, be there for them, That's just my nature. I'm going to be there for you. I don't care what it is you have. But when you sitting there at the table, come on. And they just told you what people think you're going to die from. What people think is a curse on your life. And now, mind you, I'm a preacher. And I done heard preachers preach, this is a curse from God. This is a sentence from God. So, now, preacher is positive. But guess what? When I walked out of there and I went to church, everybody was testifying. Come on. I'm dealing with this, glaucoma, and everybody had time to testify. Nobody wanted to hear testimony about HIV. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to. Listen, people store. I tell people, I said the hugs I used to get during the handshakes were barely that anyway. My kids were popular, so kids came to their house, came to our house. And it just became, you downstairs? Okay. It just became a challenge for me to still be that person that show up for everybody else when nobody was showing up for me. Now I got a family that support me throughout, but my main thing was at the church, feeding the homeless, But the church at the time was rejecting me. Nobody wanted to come to my house. Everybody was remembering that I ate at their house. One lady even told me she used my restroom. Oh my Lord. I sunk right back into depression. Look, was preaching on Sunday morning. Come on, but all through the week was on the couch with the lights off. That's how I was living. Come on. Then one day, after that divorce, because I had to divorce that man because he was still sleeping around and doing his thing. Come on. His mama had called me an AIDS-infested whore. She had went from church to church. Oh, yeah, look, this wasn't I woke up one day positive and I decided to conquer the world. No, I went through some stuff. It's folk that you're dealing with today that got a diagnosis and they don't know what to do with themselves. Come on. You can't be sitting there like, come on, I need you to get educated on what HIV AIDS is so that you can love on your relatives so they can live a long time. It gets crazy. One day, it was some years later, I was dating this guy, and he really liked me. I felt good about it. I said, I'm going to tell him I'm positive. Told him I was positive, and you should have been a fly on the wall. I got kids. I can't believe this. Don't touch me. Oh, my. Rejection. I always tell people rejection is part of life. It's how you process it. It's how you process it. When rejection hit me that day, at that time, usually I would go back into depression, but I didn't. I started praying. When he left and I cried, boo, I started praying. I said, Lord, now, I'm positive. What you want me to do? This was my prayer, because I was sick of it. I was tired of it. And he told me, he said, you got to take the stick out of the devil's hand. You know what he was telling me to do? He said, instead of you waiting to drop that, why don't you go ahead and tell that? So I started going from church to church, me and a couple of artists, and we started a crusade. And I give my testimony so people can be educated on HIV AIDS. Come on. So when your daughter or your son come home and they give you that paper, you know how to love them. You know how to tell them to take their meds. Come on. Because you take meds today, they are undetected. You know what undetected means? They cannot transmit it. Come on. They cannot give it to anybody else. But guess what? In order for them to adhere, you have to accept it. They have to feel like they got something to live for. They got to feel like they got someone to live for. They got to feel like they still have purpose. I need for whoever is listening that's just been diagnosed or you've been carrying it, I need you to understand life didn't stop. That's just a doctor's appointment. That's just a doctor's appointment. I hope y'all enjoy my testimony. I'm excited. You ready? You ready? Somebody have to look your song up on there.
I emailed it to you.
Okay, you emailed. Okay. Well, I am excited. My daughter is coming. She is about to sing for us, and I know it's going to be good. So y'all get ready. Like, share, subscribe. Come on. I'm going to find it. So, tell them about your, tell them where to find you.
How you doing? My name is Jamari, or Mellow the Singer. You can catch me on Instagram at Mellow_the Singer. Yeah. You can catch me everywhere as Mellow the Singer. It's not Mellow_the Singer, but I have to get back to you on that. I'm going to be singing an original song I wrote about someone. I know we all have somebody that we love and wish things could be different, So that's what my song is about. Somebody that I miss.
Singing style for you.
So, I've had a long day.
Talk about all the places you've sung. Talk about your history.
I've sung basically all my life. I had no choice. I've sung at church. I've sung at Christmas events, at school, and for different programs. I've sung for talent shows and won. I've been singing all my life. Not since I dropped, but I've been singing a while. Trying to start booking shows and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting you together. What? June's right? Okay. Got you. Give your mama a minute.
Thinking about what I went wrong. And who's next to sing my song? It's been way too long, but I'm trying. Probably move on, but I'm still sitting here alone. Where did we go wrong? I used to call you my phone, and you were all in my phone. How you ignited my fire, and I was dying. I'm trying to be okay, but my heart is breaking, and I can't take it that you're really gone. Oh, I wanna be okay, but my mind is racing. It's getting hard to fake it that my baby's really gone. Oh, I wanna be okay, but my mind is racing. Yeah, it's getting hard to fake it. Yeah, that my baby's really gone. Oh, I wanna be okay, but my heart is breaking, and I can't take it that my baby's really gone. Oh, I wanna be okay. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You want to sing it again?
Encore. For a minute, I forgot I was sitting there.
My Lord.
Listen, y'all.
I know y'all felt that.
Yeah.
Y'all felt that. I know y'all felt that. I'm excited about what we started here. I'm looking forward to more artists coming and sharing. Music heals the soul. It heals the soul. What heals me in music may not heal you in music. What heals you in music may not. Come on, I'm a gospel rap. Come on, I'm a jazz. I'm a Luther. Listen. I'm gonna get healing. Look, So I want y'all to meet us back here next month. We are going to do the same thing. You know, Melo's gonna be back. I'm hoping I can get you back. Come on. Adele will be back. And we're just gonna keep this thing going. We wanna encourage you. We just wanna extend our heart to you. If you are HIV positive, you can call me at 713-340-9163. Nobody has to know your name. You can hide behind me. I just want to minister to you. I just want to sing to you. I just want to, do some poetry and talk to you. I just want to be there for you and let you know that there is life after any diagnosis. God bless you and good night. All right, y'all.